Welcome students to RGR Academy. This is a biology session. We'll start with the last two chapters of the human physiology. The first chapter that we'll see is chemical coordination and integration. Question number 91. Cells die at the time of release of secretory materials. So, they're given the four glands here: apocrine, merocrine, mixed gland and the holocrine gland. The correct option for this question is where the cell usually die at the time of releasing the secretory materials is the holocrine gland. The reason why holocrine gland is because this particular gland is entirely, this cell is completely filled with the secondary products actually. So, due to this particular mechanisms where the cell die at the time of release of secretory materials. Fine. Then question number 92. Pictocytes are under the control of pictocytes. This is a type of cells which directly under the control of adenohypophysis, neurohypophysis. The correct option is hypothalamus. So, pictocytes are under the control of hypothalamus. For question number 92, pictocytes is under the control of hypothalamus. It's under the control of hypothalamus. As you know, hypothalamus is the masters of the master gland. This gland which even controls the pituitary gland. So, the pictocytes is under the control of the hypothalamus. Question number 93. Which hormone is responsible for reabsorption of water in kidney? As we discussed in the excretory system itself, the hormone which is responsible is adenodiuretic hormone. So, ADH is the correct answer. ADH is also called as vasopressin. This is also called as vasopressin or pictrusin. This is also called as pictrusin, or this we commonly call it as ADH. That is adenodiuretic hormone, antidiuretic hormone we call it as. Okay. So, what is the main functions of this hormone like ADH? This directly under the influence of what? Influence of the hypothalamus through the posterior. So, through the posterior pituitary gland. Through the posterior pituitary gland, this vasopressin can be released and this is responsible for the reabsorption. So, what is the main function? This is responsible for reabsorption of water. Reabsorption of water where? In distal convoluted tubule, and the collecting duct. So, the correct answer for this question 93 is antidiuretic hormone. This is responsible for the reabsorption of water. Question number 94. The hormone melatonin is secreted by the gland. Which gland is responsible for this melatonin secretion? The melatonin is responsible for the secretions that the biological clock cycle, sleep awake cycle that we call it as. For this, which is responsible? The pineal gland. So, pineal gland which is there you could see which is attached with the brain with the the pineal stalk, and this is responsible for the sleep awake cycle and the strong sexual desires. For all this, the pineal gland which plays an important role. So, question number 94, 1, pineal is the correct answer. 95, deficiency of thyroxine in an adult causes a disease characterized by low BMR, low body temperature, scaly skin, etc. The disease is. So, what is the disease here in case of adults? You could see it's a myxedema. Myxedema is the correct answer for question number 95. Myxedema. So, in adults, so myxedema is in case of the adults actually. So, how the myxedema, the patients where the thyroid gland have been involved, and this gives like puffy appearance on the skin. So, this gives like myxedema for adults which give puffy appearance on a skin. So, this is one of the main feature of the myxedema related to the thyroid gland, okay, which is characterized by the low, that is basal metabolic rate. Okay. If it is case like for children we call it as cretinism, but in case of adults we call it as myxedema. Next, question number 96, match correctly. Thyroxine, tetanus, insulin, diabetes insipidus, adrenaline, hepatitis, parathyroid. So, parathyroid, it is the tetany. So, option 4 is the correct answer. Question number 97, cortisol is secreted by the adrenal cortex in response to stress. In addition to its function in a stress response, its function in negative feedback by. So in this you could see the option 1 and 2 both are correct, where inhibiting the hypothalamus, that corticotrophin releasing hormone, that is CRH secretion, is reduced. And second option you could see inhibiting the anterior pituitary's ability to respond to CRH by reducing the pituitary sensitivity to CRH. So coming to this cortisol when it is getting reacted, so option 1 and option 2 both are correct. So 3 is the correct answer. Question number 98. Which of the following is the functioning of adrenaline? As you know, adrenaline is the emergency hormone. We call it as like, epinephrine and norepinephrine we call it as. So this is responsible for increasing the heart rate and the blood pressure. So question number 98, where adrenaline, this often repeatedly they ask this question. Since adrenaline, we call it as an emergency hormone. Due to emergency situations, usually this can get produced. So adrenaline. Okay. So this is responsible for increasing the heart rate and dilation of the pupils. Right, these are also like some of the main symptoms or manifestations that you could see in case of this adrenaline hormone. Question number 99. Choose the mismatched pair from the following. Here you could see glucagon glycogenesis, it's all fine. Oxytocin, prolactin, it's all correctly matched. But insulin, here you could see gluconeogenesis. But gluconeogenesis where the non-carbohydrates, for example, question number 99, you could see like gluconeogenesis, what is actually gluconeogenesis? Non-carbohydrates where like protein you take in case of fats, and this is getting converted to glucose. So this process only we call it as gluconeogenesis. So here you take uptake of the glucose by the body cells, and where the control this concentration in the blood, this plays a very important role by this gluconeogenesis process. So first option, that is 1, is the correct answer. Question number 100. Which one of the following statement is incorrect? Incorrect statement. So androgen is not produced, actually it's produced by ovary they mentioned, but it is incorrect answer. The reason is, as far as ovary is concerned, you could see like estrogens, like follicle stimulating hormone, this fall under the influence of follicle stimulating hormone, the progesterone usually is getting produced by the corpus luteum. So androgen is produced by ovary, it's incorrect match. So we can go with the second option for question number 100. Question 101. In hormone action, if receptor molecules are removed from the target organ will, if it is removed, then definitely what will happen? The communications will not be there. Then definitely what will happen? This will not respond to the hormone. Because the reason is because the receptor molecules are actually removed from the target. If the receptor is not actually removed, if you are removing the receptors, for example, question number 101. This is the surface you could see, and here you could see the receptors, right, on the membrane, and through which only this the hormones which will come and bind over this, right? Then what happens if it's like membrane mediated hormone we call it as, then what happens if you are removing this particular receptor itself, then what will happen? This will not go and bind anywhere, so automatically what will happen, right? No response to the hormone. So option 2 is the correct hormone, because this is especially in case of receptor mediated hormone mechanism. Question number 102. Which hormone is not a steroid? Androgen is a steroid, aldosterone is a steroid, and testosterone is also steroid. But vasopressin, that is this particular hormone, antidiuretic hormone, this particular hormone is a non-steroid. So when come to this hormone, vasopressin, this is non-steroid in action. Fine. Question number 103. GnRH, gonadotrophic releasing hormone, a hypothalamic hormone needed in reproduction, acts on. So how it acts on? Usually the hypothalamus will start producing. Question number 103, where the pituitary gland, right? So it comes by means of GnRH, gonadotrophic releasing hormone. This gonadotrophic releasing hormone which will be passing the signals to the pituitary gland. This will go to the pituitary gland, and from the pituitary gland what happens, like the hormones like follicle stimulating hormone and the luteinizing hormone which will be produced. Follicle stimulating hormone and luteinizing hormone. This is actually the flow right from this thing. So before the GnRH, if you could see, the prior thing is hypothalamus. Here you could see the hypothalamus. This is by means of neural cells. This is by means of neural cells. We call it as neural cells. The specialized axons, the neural cells which perform or sends the signals to the gonadotrophic releasing hormone through the pituitary gland, and this produces a follicle stimulating hormone and the luteinizing hormone. So how this occurs? By means of anterior pituitary gland. So when you talk about the pituitary gland, if you were to study the structure, so if this is a structure, you could see like anterior, okay, anterior part of pituitary gland, and this is your posterior part of pituitary gland, and this has been attached with a stalk like structure, and this part we call it as an hypothalamus. This we call it as hypothalamus. Okay, so what happens now? This hormones, the GnRH is getting produced. This is called as neural cells. This neural cells which pass to the anterior part of the pituitary gland, and then it start performing its function. So this occurs by the anterior part. A is actually anterior part of the pituitary gland. So the correct answer for this question is anterior pituitary gland, and secretes the LH and FSH. So LH and FSH, these two hormones which is getting produced from what? Which produced from the anterior part and not from the posterior part. Because we know, like, posterior part of the pituitary gland, this part will play a very important role, where this will not synthesize any hormones, right? Only the hypothalamus which secrete, hypothalamus which manufacture, and through the posterior gland only the hormones, like you take oxytocin and vasopressin or antidiuretic hormone. These two hormones which directly under the control of hypothalamus, but it secretes through the posterior gland. But this posterior gland of the pituitary gland will not secrete any hormones. But it's not the case with the anterior part of the pituitary gland. For this, it requires this mechanisms by means of GnRH. This produces follicle stimulating hormone and luteinizing hormone. Question number 104. What is the effect of GnRH produced by hypothalamus? The same question is repeated again. It stimulates the synthesis and secretion of androgens. So what is actually the main functions of this hormone? Androgens, secretion of androgens, and I already told you this because of the anterior part of the pituitary gland, not by the posterior part of the pituitary gland. So the same mechanism again. What happens? Like GnRH will produce LH and FSH, and this also leads to the progesterone hormone. So what happens? Like progesterone is actually produced by corpus luteum. So when you see in the ovary part, corpus luteum, this corpus luteum which is responsible for the production of progesterone hormone, and this confirms the fertilization. Okay, as far as corpus luteum is concerned. Okay, and Leydig cells, and the same thing that you could see, that is ICH, the intercortical stimulating hormone, we call it as ICSH. This also plays very important role in the Leydig cells in case of males, but progesterone in case of female. Fine. We move to the next question. Question 105. The condition in which the kidney failed to conserve water, leading to water loss and dehydration due to the impaired ADH synthesis or release in diabetes insipidus. So what is a diabetes insipidus? Where the increase in the absorption of the water in I already told you, increase in absorption of DCT, increase in absorption of water in DCT and in the collecting duct. So through which what will happen? The absorption of water takes place, and automatically what will happen? The concentration of the urine will become hypertonic. So this leads to the glomerular filtrate. The glomerular filtrate will be increased. If this happens, what happens? The glomerular filtrate, GF, glomerular filtrate, which will be increased. Okay, so the correct option is option 3, because diabetes insipidus, which leads to polydipsia, and also it leads to a dehydration. Question number 106. Given the image of the patient of this picture possibly depicts an instance of this is a acromegaly. This condition is called as acromegaly. In case of 106, the manifestations which resembles like acromegaly, Okay. In case of acromegaly, which increase like somatotrophic hormone, this perhaps increase the somatotrophic hormone. If this somatotrophic hormone is increased, then what will happen? There will be abnormal growth you could see. If there is abnormal growth, you could see in the hand parts and the jaws and the limb part, the jaws especially and the limb areas that you could see. The large spade-like hands and feet and the broadening of the bridge of the nose part. So these are all some of the manifestations that you could see in case of acromegaly. Okay, so correct option is 2. Question number 107. 107, MSH is secreted by middle lobe of pituitary. Middle lobe of pituitary, we have the pars intermedia. So this is anterior part and this is the posterior part. This is the intermediate part, IM. So this is the intermediate part. This intermediate part of the pituitary gland which produce the hormone, that is melanocyte stimulating hormone, MSH. Melanocyte stimulating hormone is by the intermediate lobe or the median lobe. So intermediate lobe of pituitary, intermediate lobe of pituitary. Okay, so correct option is 2. So anterior, like there are 7 hormones you could see. The middle part is only, the intermediate part is only the melanocyte hormone, and posterior is like we have oxytocin and vasopressin. We have 2 hormones there, that also directly under the control of hypothalamus. Then question number 108. Come to 108, an endocrine gland in human which plays an important role in the regulation of the rhythm of the body. I told you the rhythm of the body is exactly, it's maintained by what? By the pineal gland. Pineal gland, we call it as epiphysis. This process we call it as epiphysis, and this is between actually present in the 2 cerebral hemisphere, to left and right hemisphere. This pineal gland is located, and this is responsible for the cyclic phenomenon, like sleep awake cycle, so that we call this pineal gland as a biological clock. And there you could see the stalk, and which this is stalk which is connected with the roof of the diencephalon. This is the particular place we call, we could see the pineal gland. And pineal gland, initially it was called as a third eye for the human beings. Later part only they confirmed it's a gland which present in the anchored onto the roof of the diencephalon. So question 108, 2 is the correct answer. Question number 109, the cause of cretinism which causes hypothyroidism, this reduction in the secretion of this. So inadequate secretion of the thyroxine hormones during the fetal stage. This occurs in the fetal stage, guys, you should understand this occurs in the fetal stage itself, the fetal stage. So automatically the abnormalities can be seen. So this condition we call it as hypothyroidism, and this leads to mental retardation. So automatically the fetus, the child may not have the sufficient nutrients for the growth of the cells of the central nervous system. So this leads to mental retardation in case of children. Okay. So next question. Next one is question number 1110. Which of the following statement is wrong? If you could see all the 4 statements, you could see the second statement, that is parathyroid hormone decreases the calcium level in the blood. This is the wrong, because this hormone is actually called it as Colles hormone. This we call it as 1110. This hormone parathyroid, this is also called it as Colles hormone. This is actually named after the inventor of this hormone. So Colles hormone. And what is the main function of this hormone? This plays a function in the regulation of the calcium and the phosphate. It plays a very important role in the function of the calcium and phosphate. Calcium and phosphate. So option 2 is the incorrect statement. So correct answer is 2. Question 111. The blood calcium level is lowered by the deficiency of, again it's by parathormone. What happens, like parathormone will do, the parathormone the deficiency, like what happens, because there's the exchange of the calciums, like one will go and store in the bone, the other hormones which will be like bringing back the calcium, which will absorb the calcium from the bone, and it makes to disseminate in the blood circulation. So eventually what will happen, the blood calcium level is lowered if there is a deficiency, the person is deficiency in the parathormone hormone. What happens, automatically the level, the blood calcium level will be reduced, because this is the hormone is responsible for absorption of all the reserved the calcium which present in the bone. This has to bring outside those calcium, and this has to increase. If this hormone is deficiency, the parathormone, then in the blood you could see there is a reduction in the this particular calcium. This because of the parathormone. Question number 112. Fight or flight reactions cause activation of. This cause activation of what? Adrenal medulla. Adrenal medulla leading to increased secretion of epinephrine or norepinephrine. So we discussed already about this. Epinephrine, that is or norepinephrine, adrenaline or noradrenaline, these hormones which we call it as what? Emergency hormone or the stress hormone. So you can take the same question. This is also for 112. This is also for repeated questions. 112. Adrenaline, noradrenaline, epinephrine, norepinephrine, these are all emergency hormone, right? So this comes under the category of what type of amines? That is catecholamines. This comes under catecholamines. So as we call this as a catecholamines, this is responsible for what? Increasing the alertness, a dilation of the pupil, or increasing the heart rate. These are the main functions that you could see in case of adrenaline. Also, this is responsible for a breakdown of lipids and protein. This breakdown, lipid and protein. Lipid and protein. Also, this commonly called as emergency hormone or flight or fight hormone. So, correct answer for this question is 3. Then question 113, epinephrine is secreted by. Epinephrine is secreted by what? Adrenal medulla. Because as we talk about like epinephrine, we discuss like zona glomerulosa, zona fasciculata, zona reticularis. When you talk about the structure, adrenal gland, when you talk about, just we classify like this adrenal gland into 3 parts. The outermost part, the middle part, and the inner part. So we classify the layers zona glomerulosa, zona fasciculata. See, it's all zona. So we call it a zona. Zona glomerulosa, zona fasciculata, and zona reticularis. So we have the cortex in the medullary region where you could see, but this epinephrine is actually the derivative of thyrosin. Derivative of thyrosin, where this epinephrine, which is actually the adrenal medulla, and increase the heart rate. So as increase the heart rate, so this is responsible for the emergency situations like fear, agony, grief, all the emotions that you can express. So we call this as a emergency hormone. But this is epinephrine is secreted by what? By the adrenal medulla and the inner chambers, which increase the heartbeat of the heart. Okay, so for this particular question 113, first one is the correct answer. Then question number 114. The presence of which of the following in urine indicates of the diabetes mellitus? Diabetes mellitus is glucose. As you know, like diabetes mellitus, diabetes insipidus, that is different. But diabetes mellitus, definitely it's for the glucose absorption where insulin is not performing its function or the person seems to be deficient in insulin. In this case, the glucose which causes hyperglycemia. Question number 114, which causes hyperglycemia. So where the glucose is not getting converted because insulin is not secreted by the beta cells. Then this again we call it as diabetes condition. This we call it as a diabetes, and this diabetes again we call it as insulin dependent diabetes. Insulin dependent diabetes, and we have insulin independent diabetes. So what makes the difference between the insulin dependent and insulin independent diabetes is, in insulin dependent diabetes where there is a problem in the insulin secretion, but insulin independent is insulin is properly secreted, there is no abnormality in the beta cells. But where the problem comes in insulin independent is it's not getting utilized. Insulin is getting secreted but it's not properly utilized. Then there it comes like insulin independent. The diabetes is not dependent on insulin, but in this case insulin dependent where there is a problem of abnormality or deficiency in the secretion of insulin. So insulin dependent. So for this question, correct answer you could see is glucose. That is option 2. Which one, next 115, which one of the following is not the function of the insulin? Increase, that is the conversion of glycogen to glucose. This is not the main function, because what the insulin will do, the insulin will converts the glucose into glycogen, then excess of glycogen gets stored into the liver and the muscle cells. But here the incorrect option is 3. Okay. Question 116. A temporary endocrine gland in the human body. Which is a temporary endocrine gland in the human body? You could see in the ovary. we could see the structure of the ovary for this question, that is 116. 116. If you see the structure of the ovary, you see the primary follicle, you could see the secondary follicle, and then you could see the Graafian follicle inside, and there will be release of the egg, that is ovum. And here you could see the corpus luteum. This is a corpus luteum. Okay, this corpus luteum which acts like an endocrine, that is temporary endocrine gland, and this will be established when the fertilization, that is between the sperm and ovum, takes place. That time it will be not diminished, it will be staying there in the ovary itself. In that point of time, this acts like a temporary endocrine gland, and later part only this corpus luteum will change to a structure called as corpus albicans if the fertilization is not happen. Okay, so correct option is option 2. Question 117. Which one of the following is not a secondary messenger? Where you see in this case, like cyclic adenosine monophosphate, calcium, cyclic guanosine monophosphate, CGMP, all these which acts like a secondary messengers, because you could see the hormonal mechanism where you could see the CAMP which acts like a secondary messenger, where like a hormones which is getting transferred, and the CAMP which stops what? Which stops or inhibits the conversion mechanisms, like which stops actually, and also it takes the DNA to the next part. But which is not the secondary messenger here is sodium, because sodium is it is actually not a secondary messenger, and this cannot enter the target cell. This doesn't have the ability to enter into the target cell by itself. It requires some precursors or some other carriers to just to carry this particular sodium from outside to inside the cell. So for this reason you can say like sodium, which is not a secondary messenger, but this is not the case with case of CAMP, CGMP and all these cases where these things which acts like a secondary messenger. So we're done with the question number 117.